Be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is another top 10 for you. Saturday top 10s are going to be a great tradition here for the channel, and today is our top 10, I guess you could call it things that we do as wrestling fans, here today. So I do have my two buddies here with me. This is going to be a triple play package here for you guys today with all three of us. It is gonna be me, Chase Oliver, and Ross today. So I want to introduce here to Ross here first. What's up, Ross? How you doing?
What's going on?
Alrighty, and we also have Chase Oliver 68 here as well. What's up, Chase? How you doing, man?
Nothing much, man. Another Wednesday, another hump day. Well, this is going to be uploaded sometime on the weekend, so happy weekend.
Yes, this is pre-recorded, so yeah. But before we begin here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up here on the channel. Of course, follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below or right below you here in this lovely display at MikeWill87. Fucking beast design. Thank you very much, brother, for this for all the designs that you made for me here on my channel. Also, as well, before we begin here, I got my NXT reviews, SmackDown, and Raw reviews all up live on the channel right now. And also check out this Friday. Well, as we know, we're pre-recording this here on Wednesday, but for Friday's Gain Over podcast, I will be discussing some information about a possible wrestler coming to WWE, and a guy that we have not been thinking about as of yet. That's very high on WWE's radar. So be sure to check that out this Friday on the Getting Over podcast. So let's get to our top 10, guys. We're going to be doing this here, taking turns as usual, as we did in the last one here. Last top 10 on the channel was top 10 debuts, so go check that out as well after you're done here. This is all going to be on the playlist, so you can binge watch all of these here. But this is top 10 things we do, that all fans do, pretty much at any given time here. So I'm going to start with the top 10 here. For me, coming in at number 10 here for this week is The Rock's people's eyebrow. Now, we may not know how to do it ourselves. We probably never have done it, but we may try to push up one finger and try to get the eyebrow to be raised up. But The Rock's eyebrow, I mean, that was one of the most over things, that was ever in the Attitude Era, and everybody tried to do it. There was people, in the crowd, having, these big old, cutout figure of The Rock, and, have his eyebrow move up and down. Very creative stuff from the fans back in the day. But, yeah, I mean, who didn't try to do The Rock's people's eyebrow? I know I did. And I still can't fucking do it, fucking 20 years later, I still can't fucking do it.
I can do the people's eyebrow a little bit. See, like, I got one eyebrow. See, I can do the people's eyebrow.
You're not on. Okay, go ahead.
I can only do it if I put my finger up.
Yeah, so...
See, I got the people's eyebrow. So
yeah.
you just have to close. You have to have one eye squinted and then one eye, like, kind of go up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. I look like a fucking asshole when I'm trying to do it here. But yeah, for me, that comes at number 10, The Rock's people's eyebrow. Last time we started with Chase last time. We're going to go with, no, last time I think we started with Ross last time. So, Chase, we're going to go with you first here.
Right.
What was at your number 10 here this week?
So I went with stuff that, like, fans kind of do a little bit more recently than, like, old school stuff as well. I guess I should have considered more old school stuff, but kind of stuff that, like, fans currently do, and also some older stuff. But coming out number 10 with the rise of the Bullet Club, a lot of hardcore fans tend to do this, and I know a lot of people at my work, we kind of have our own little code. The Too Sweet, started by the Click. Every wrestling fan gives their friends a Too Sweet. They just do this. They know what it means. It's kind of like your little clique at work. If your friends are wrestling fans, even we have people who aren't wrestling fans at work. We do this to them, and they know that it means the Too Sweet. It means you're part of the clique. You're part of our group. It's Too Sweet and stuff like that. So I would have to say Too Sweet's number 10. It's simple. It's easy to do. People are like, and also the thing I also put in the calendar list, would casuals also do it? Would a casual person who doesn't know wrestling, would they understand what you're trying to do when you do this? So I put the Too Sweet as well. So Too Sweet at number 10.
Oh, the Too Sweet at number 10 for Chase. So that is very, very interesting there. So yeah, very, very good. Very, very, very good start off on the countdown for you, Chase. Coming in at number 10 for you, Ross. What is yours?
Okay. My number 10 is, and you see this, like, all the time in wrestling shows, like, these guys, like, stick out like a sore thumb, and it's those, like, those people who just walk around pretending they're, like, Ultimo Dragon, like, yo, I got, like, 5 belts. Yo, I'm hot stuff, man.
Oh my god.
I'm the champion of the world. Like, really, dude? Like, I don't understand why people just walk around with belts at wrestling shows like that.
So
Like,
basically, fans with wrestling belts. You know what? I went to the NXT show, NXT Takeover San Antonio, and very good show. Very good show. Wasn't one of the best takeovers. I'm kind of just what Chicago got, but hell. But despite that, there was a lot of people wearing like they got like the NXT title, and like they got, I'm seeing, women with the fucking like the NXT Women's Championship. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? If it was me, I saw a lot of people with the same stuff. If it was me, I would have the WCW title. And I'm not talking about the one with the big gold belt. I'm talking about the one that I did on my the first top 10 video, the one from like 1993. That will be the only one that I will have, or maybe like the classic ECW title. Because you'll stand out. But outside of that, I wouldn't be caught dead at a wrestling show with a title belt at all. So so fans with title belts, I didn't think about that one. I'll be honest with you. That's fucking good right there, by Ross. But that does come in at number 10 for Ross. So coming in at number 10 for me was the People's Eyebrow for The Rock. Number 10 for Chase was the Too Sweet. And number 10 for Ross is fans with title belts. So we're going to be moving on here, back to me here, and I'm going to be at number 9 here. And coming at number 9 is something that I do every single day. I do it every single day. And it's not really a wrestling thing, that people think I'm doing, and unless I tell them, you know what I mean? I'm always at work. When I come back from work or whatnot, I'm chewing some gum. When I go back outside, when I leave work, because I'm a long gum chewer. I chew gum for like 2 or 3 hours, and just because I just, don't want to waste it. But every time when I leave work and when the day is over, I do the Mr. Perfect gum spit and try to hit it from my hand. Now, more times than not, I do hit it. Sometimes I just clip it. Sometimes I hit it far as fuck. And sometimes I do miss it. But, I always thought that was fucking interesting, that Mr. Perfect used to just do that, just do the gum spit. He used to hit it every fucking time too, which is fucking incredible. But yeah, I'll always try to do the Mr. Perfect gum spit. I do it every single day. People are like, why the fuck you do it? I say, you didn't watch fucking wrestling back in the day? Fucking Mr. Perfect, man, gum spit. You know what I mean? Hits out of his hand like a fucking like a fucking baseball. But yeah, that comes in at number 9 for me. And also honorable mention with Mr. Perfect. If you guys don't remember when he used to be in commentary for the WWF, he used to throw the pin up and catch it. Great stuff. Mr. Perfect is just fucking one of a kind. But the Mr. Perfect gum spit comes in at number 9 for me. We're going to be moving back on to Chase here for his number 9. Chase, what is your number 9 in this countdown list here?
My number 9 is pretty much a thing that just happened probably last year. A lot of fans quote him. He's absolutely wonderful. Broken Matt Hardy shit. Delete. Obsolete. You can get that anywhere. I do it there's just one coworker. He was very disastrous when he first started, but then he became one of my obsolete mules, and now he is wonderful. And we do delete and obsolete, and some people will pick up on it. And I feel like it's like such an easy theme for fans to pick up on, like delete, 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 delete. And it's like so funny. Like, what are you deleting? Like, you could just say delete on that for anything, or you're like, let's make it obsolete, and you just say random phrases. So I say Broken Matt Hardy stuff. Like, it can really catch on, especially for people who aren't wrestling fans. I feel like they can catch on to it too. So I have to say Broken Matt Hardy stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely something that a lot of people are doing nowadays for sure. Yep, I definitely 100% agree with you on that for sure. So yeah, all right, Chase, with the broken Matt Hardy impersonations, we'll call it here, comes
Yeah,
in
pretty much.
at
You don't even
number.
have to use the voice. You can just do the delete theme and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Or
like
just
the delete thing, the voice, wonderful,
the
yes,
the premonition.
premonition. Yeah, that's fucking great stuff. WWE, well, not really WWE, but it's really a confusing saga at this point. But we don't even know what the hell's going on. But there's been some news about that. I may cover that this Friday on the Game Over podcast if there's more information about it. But Broken Matt Hardy impersonations comes in at number 9 for Chase. What is your number 9, Ross?
My number 9 is something probably not many people can do. I don't really know anybody who can do it, but it's the Undertaker, like when he does the eye roll.
Oh, the eye roll, like
I used to do that a lot.
It just
when I was
looks
a
so
kid.
cool,
Yeah.
but like I don't know anyone who can do it. But
I can somewhat.
if I could do it, I'd be doing it all the time.
Yeah, I can somewhat do it, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it here live one.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I won't go up.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, how do you figure out that you can do that? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I could try. Well, let's see. Let's get on camera. Either I die on camera, and you guys never see this video. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna watch this back, and I don't know if this is actually. Yeah, this is not working. Yeah, so this is not working. So yeah, there's gonna be gifts for that for ages maybe once I do blow up. But the Undertaker eye rolls in the back of the head comes in at number 9 for Ross. So recapping our number 9s here. Number 9 for me was the Mr. Perfect gum spit. Number 9 for Chase was the Matt Hardy impersonations, and number 9 for Ross was the Undertaker eye roll to the back of his head, which is like I said, it's pretty cool. I didn't think about that one. That's and a lot of these as well is that, we like there's millions of things you can pick from. I'm pretty sure that I didn't think I don't say if you do or not, but I don't think that they had the Mr. Perfect gum spit. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I don't think they would have thought. Yeah. I honestly don't think.
Yeah, I honestly didn't.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't think of that I'm pretty sure that, like, I didn't think of the title belts like Ross mentioned at 10, and I'm pretty sure when we go on the list, I'm making a bold prediction. I feel like we're only going to have one double and maybe one triple on this list because there's one thing that we as friends have talked about for many years on here that I feel like will make the list, but I'm not sure if we put it on there. So we'll see. But we're gonna keep it rolling here in our top 10 here. Is the top, and I'm just gonna call it the top 10 things we all do as wrestling fans. Where if it's doing the Broken Matt Hardy impersonations or taking title belts to wrestling shows. So I think that's a better name for the list here. But we're going on to number 8 for me here. At number 8 is something that I know for a fucking fact that 90% of the people who are watching this video, and I know for sure Chase has done it for goddamn sure, because I believe he did it in several of his videos. I'm pretty sure Ross has done it as well. When you're taking a sip of a drink or whatnot, and let's say if you're outside and you want to cool yourself off, you do the Triple H water spit. Come on, you can't tell me that you have not done that at least once. At least once in your life. You can't tell me you at least done that. We always do. Like, come on, man. That's like, come on. Like, fucking Triple H's been around, been doing water spit. At least attempt it. Like, people won't.
Like, like everybody has at least tried to do it at least once. You know what I mean? Where if it was great like Triple H, or where if it was crappy like Triple H, a crappy version like Triple H. But this guy's been doing it for 20 years. You can't tell me that this guy you guys have not at least tried once. So that's number 8 for me. The Triple H water spit comes in number 8 for me. So moving on to Chase here. Chase, what is your number 8?
Number 8.
We all do here.
Thanks to those random RKO out of nowhere vines, people like to now do random RKOs, and the RKO is like the easiest finisher to pull off. I see people at wrestling events hitting people with random RKOs. If you're by a pool, you better watch out because someone will jump up and hit an RKO on you. If you're somewhere where you can land softly, someone's going to try to do an RKO. The RKO is just such an easy and cool finisher to do. And it's just something that I normally see a lot of people try to do. You know, it's like one of those weird challenges that a lot of people like to do, the RKO challenge or something. I always just see some random RKO just randomly. So it's just like that's like something that I see wrestling fans doing a little bit more often of. But I just think also too with the vines, it's like such an easy move to do, and you can teach anyone to perform and also to take the RKO. I mean, really, it's just like you just like say like, hey, I tap your head and you fall down. Like that's it. The RKO it's one of the most moves in wrestling. It's like and like the cutter, diamond cutter, whatever you want to call it. But I just always see now like random RKOs. That's like one of the more popular things, and it's thanks to those RKO out of nowhere vines. So that's my number 8.
You know what? That's fucking great. Yeah, I mean, and to contest to that, I remember when I was like fucking 12. I used to try to do like fucking like swanton bobs in swimming pools, and used to do like spears in swimming pools and shit. Like me and my friends, we used to just do all these crazy wrestling moves to each other, like in the swimming pools and shit. But I can't fucking swim though, so there's been about a few times where I almost died. But that's another story for another day. But now at number 8, RKOs, random RKOs out of nowhere. For Chase. Okay, so moving on to Ross. Ross, I can't say your fucking name right, apparently. Ross, what is your number 8 here on our countdown list?
My number 8 is pretty similar to Chase's, actually. You know, you mentioned the RKO. Well, Randy Orton, what else does he do besides the RKO? You know, when he gets in the ring, he goes on the turnbuckle.
Randy's pose, okay.
I almost put that on my list. On my list. I just thought, like, who else would know what this is, though? It's so douchey.
Yeah. Randy Orton's pose. Yep, I done it.
Yeah, every wrestling fan, though, has at least taken one picture doing the fucking Orton pose. Whether they want to admit it or not, they have one picture saved on their phone or one picture saved in general of them doing the Randy Orton pose.
like, can you imagine, like, you're fucking, like, at a party, like a high school party, right? You're like fucking 16, 17 years old, and, like, you know, like, at, high school parties, everybody takes a picture together at some point in the party or whatnot. Can you fucking imagine, you're not even wearing a wrestling shirt. You're just wearing, like, maybe like a polo or whatnot, and you're doing the Randy Orton pose, and you're in the middle of the picture doing the fucking pose, man. Oh man, like I can fucking imagine that shit.
I think also too, what makes the Orton pose great, non-wrestling fans can do it because they can just see one douchebag doing the Orton pose and they will think like, oh, this means greatness or something. They just do it.
Yeah, like. Yeah, that's kind of like, if you guys seen NXT from this past week, this is going to be uploaded on Saturday, as we mentioned several fucking times. Velveteen Dream debuted, and he's doing something like Randy Orton, but his arms go out another way, kind of like if he's like, kind of like he's flying or some shit, so I don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing with that asshole, but back to the countdown here, that Randy Orton pose comes in at number 8 for Ross. Wow. So coming in at to recap here rather, number 8 for me was the Triple H water spit. Number 8 for Chase was random RKO out of nowhere. And number 8 for Ross is the Randy Orton pose. So very interesting countdown so far, and we're not even halfway yet. Oh man, this is gonna get good. All right, so coming in at number 7 for me is something that's said at every single wrestling show, every single WWE show, every single week. We can't escape it. We cannot escape it. It was something that started off as really a comedy thing for a particular wrestler, and something that, that really is ruined promos nowadays. That is the what chant. What? What? It was good, 10, 15 years ago, but, now it's, it ruins promos, and, You know, and again, you know, if you're a wrestling fan, you gotta be involved with the show. I think some of the younger wrestling fans probably don't even know where the fuck that came from. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? If you're fucking like, you know, 11, 12 years old, you may even not know what the what chant came from. You may just know, may just say what anytime when someone's doing a promo and when they pause. You know, so, you know, it is what it is with that, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the what chant?
It can work sometimes, but then other times it's just really annoying. Like sometimes it works for certain people when they're whatting them, but other times it just gets really annoying. It just depends on the wrestler and how the wrestler's cutting their promo, in my personal opinion. But I feel like it's kind of disrespectful when it's just like a wrestler's actually trying to get a point across, and then the fans are just saying what for no reason, just because they're trying to be dicks. Like, piss off.
Yeah. What about you, Ross? Yeah, anything? I mean, you're wearing your Austin 316 shirt there.
Yeah. I actually have a what shirt, so.
All right.
I mean, it works in the right moment, but you know, if you're just doing it just to do it, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, for me in particular, I mean, Alexa Bliss, she owned the what chance maybe a couple weeks ago on Raw.
Like R-Truth, when he was heel, he owned the what chance too.
Yeah, he was all like, he said the what chance, but it'll be like boomy too, or some shit like that. But yeah, know exactly what you mean. But for me, that comes at number 7. Number 7 is saying the what chance. Chase, what is your number 7 here on our top 10 things all wrestling fans do?
Funny enough, it is a chant. I thought you were actually going to say my chant, but then you said another chant because of the comedy. But the yes chant started out as a gimmick for Daniel Bryan being the comedy. But yes, whether you like or hate Daniel Bryan, you can't deny the yes chant. It's infectious. You go to your college sporting event. Hey guys, let's do the yes chant. You go to an NBA game. Let's start the yes chant. If something cool happens in your life, let's do the yes chant. Yes, like it's the yes chant, man. Anyone can do it. It's fun. It's infatuous. You just see someone gooping around going yes. You kind of want to go yes too. If something exciting happens, you just jump around and go yes. So, yeah, yes. I don't like Daniel Bryan, and sometimes I'll bust up the yes chant. People think I'm a fan of his, but I ain't. It's just it's just how it is.
You know, I actually didn't think about that one. So that one's definitely an honorable mention for me here. The yes chant. So yeah, definitely agree with that one. So Chase coming in with the yes chant, the Daniel Bryan yes chant. Only reason why he got over, let's be honest, guys. I mean, the only reason why he got fucking title reign because of the yes chant. That's my opinion, though. So you know, but yeah, that comes at number 7 for Chase. Ross, who is your number 7? Or not who is your number 7, like it's a fucking person, but what is your number 7 for top 10 things we do as wrestling fans?
My number 7 is the infamous walk that Vince McMahon does.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. I feel bad for
that's a real good one. That's an honorable mention for sure.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because like everyone's been doing it now because of also the McGregor, because McGregor now does the walk, and so people now have been picking it. I even do the Vince walk sometimes when I'm clocking into work. So yeah, a lot of wrestling fans. No, I mean that's serious. People will be like, "Oh, you're doing the McGregor." I'm like, "No, damn it, this is the Vince."
No, and what's funny about that is because I do that almost every week when I leave work for like today, for example. I was doing it on the way out because every time I'm on my day off, I'm walking out like just like that because I'm an asshole, I guess. I don't know. But damn it, I didn't think about that. That's real good. That guy Ross is coming with some good ones. God damn.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think about that because I chose like some basic stuff. I didn't think of the Vince walk because I know people that will do that. Like wrestling fans will do the Vince walk, and like I said, more people are like thinking it's the McGregor walk now more than the Vince walk, but still.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And for all the wrestling fans that don't know what I'm talking about, Conor McGregor, UFC fighter, pretty popular. He's kind of a big deal.
Oh, a little bit. All right, well, Ross coming in, he's like just striking gold with these here. I mean, Undertaker, eye roll, fans with title bells, Randy Pose, Mr. McMahon. God damn, man. I'm more jealous of your list than I thought my list was good, but damn, pretty good list so far.
You came up with some ones I didn't come up with either, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But okay. Well, wrapping up our number 7 here. Number 7 for me was saying what? Number 7 for Chase was saying yes, and number 7 for Ross is the Vince McMahon walk. All right, so moving on along here on our countdown, let's get to number 6. And number 6 for me is something that we all do. And obviously, because it's on this fucking list, but it's something that I think we do either once a day, maybe, probably once a day, or even multiple times a week. That is listen to slash sing wrestlers' theme songs.
100%. 100%.
That is something that we all do. If you're watching my video right now, that means you're not a casual. That means you are somewhat of a hardcore fan. You watch, but you do watch wrestling, of course, if you watch me, but you listen to wrestlers' theme songs. You hum wrestlers' theme songs. You may even sing wrestlers' theme songs. Some people don't even, some people probably don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Today, for a reason, I was humming the Aleister Black theme song because I was ready for NXT tonight. I was thinking about NXT. I was like, oh, I want to see Aleister Black. Then one thing led to another, and I was humming his fucking song. So yeah, listen to wrestlers' theme songs. I mean, there's no way that this can't be on the countdown. So that does come in at number 6 for me. I mean, obviously, I think you guys do listen to wrestlers' theme songs or hum them or sing them mostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, that comes in at number 6 for me. Chase, moving on to you. What is your number 6?
The Triple H water spit.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Every time Triple H does something on my videos, I always do the water spit. If I'm at a party and I have water and I just want to look cool for no reason, I do the water spit. I mean, dead serious, dude. The Triple H, and the thing about the water spit too, it's really, really cool looking. So people want to, like, at pool parties a lot too. I'll get it where like, sometimes, like, I'll put water in my mouth from a pool, and everyone's going to be like, I know there's chlorine in there. I don't give a fuck, because you're spitting out anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. So I'll put it into my mouth, and then I'll spit it out, and people go, oh, that's so cool. How do you do that? It's just like, it takes a lot of practice. There's people who don't know how to do the water spit. Like, it's like the funniest thing to me how they don't know how to do it, but they just don't know. But you have to at least, even if you're in the shower, you never once fucking got water in your mouth in the shower. I don't want to hear wrestling. You wrestling fans are not innocent of being the most healthiest human beings. I don't want to hear this bullshit.
Yep.
If you've never once got water in your fucking mouth and spit it up and pretend you're a fucking Triple H entering Madison Square Garden, fuck you. You want to pretend that I'm a normal person? You're lying to yourself, because I've done it. I've done it before where I've got water in my mouth and I just spit it out like I'm Triple H and stuff like that. Or if I have water left over from the shower, I just spit it out. Or if I exit the sauna at the gym, I spit out. I love the Triple H water spit. That's why it's so high on my list, because originally the water spit was number 3 on my list. Not gonna lie, but it jumped down after thinking of other stuff when Justin asked me about to do this list. So it went down. But it was up there pretty high because I do it a lot. I love the water spit. It's one of the best things in wrestling history. Fucking love Triple H. I miss him. Come back to slay Seth Rollins, please.
Oh, my goodness. A first double with me and Chase with the Triple H water spit. Oh, my goodness. First double here on this countdown. So Triple H water spit comes in at number 6 for Chase. Ross, moving on to you. What is your number 6 here on top 10 things that all wrestling fans do?
My number 6 is also a repeat from Chase. It is the Yes Chant.
Oh! Yes. Yes.
Yes. Everybody does it, like, whether they agree with something, something's awesome, just like whatever, they just do the Yes chant, and like you can't help but do it. So like it. How do you not do it?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
If you haven't done the Yes chant before, you must just really hate Daniel Bryan or something.
Yeah, no, like I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan. The last top 10 I said fuck Daniel Bryan for stealing Cody Rhodes' spot, but I still do the yes chant. It's like it's a fun thing. It's infatuous.
Yeah, very much so. And if some of you guys are here from my other YouTube channel, JD Venom, over 5,000 subscribers, I wouldn't know how you find me first on this channel before you find JD Venom. But you know, every time I'm doing a GTA stream and they have the Daniel Bryan horn theme in there, it's the same thing, same melody. I do the yes every time, and the chat goes crazy saying yes. So I was like, it's Daniel Bryan mobile. Let's get the yes chant started in the chat, and you know, people just go crazy over it. So, but all right, the yes chant, our second double, with Chase and Ross there, and Chase had number 7, Ross had number 6, so they had it, you know, right next to each other, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. So, wrapping up our number 6. Number 6 for me is listening to or / singing or humming wrestlers' theme songs. Number 6 for Chase is the Triple H Water Spit, and number 6 for Ross is the yes chant. So, moving back to me, we are at our halfway point here in our countdown list. Oh yes, and coming in. Oh well, Chase, you're kind of going into somewhat our next you know, place on the countdown here.
Oh.
It is something that we all do. We do this probably almost every single day, either in our head or we say it out loud. We do impersonations of other wrestlers. Let me tell you something, Hulkamaniacs. Me and Bruce the Barber Beefcake have been hanging and banging each other, brother. You know, or fucking Triple H. I'm not gonna job. You know what I mean? Or just really just anything, you know, that wrestlers do, you know, do. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, anything. You know, just trying to impersonate the wrestler, trying to sound like the wrestler. You know what I mean? Impersonations go a long way. A lot, and I know for a fact, just like listening to wrestlers' theme songs and the Triple H Water Spit, that is something that you get. Click off my channel if you don't do any fucking impersonations, or leave it a thumbs down. I don't give a shit. If you do not do impersonations, you are lying to yourself that you're saying that you don't do it. So, impersonations for me. You know, who you guys typically impersonate in most cases?
I impersonate everyone.
Yo, yeah, Chase does impersonate everybody, yeah.
I make fun of everyone, where it's Bray Wyatt. My best one, though. Let me tell you something, brothers. Hulkamania here, hanging and banging with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. You see, the Ultimate Warrior talks about the ultimate sacrifice, and what's he gonna do, dude? Well, I'm gonna tell you what the ultimate sacrifice is, brother. Him and I are gonna enter the ring. He's gonna feel the real power of Hulkamania. The Ultimate Warrior has to feed off the power of the gods. I feed off the power of all the Hulkamaniacs, dude. Like, that's my best one, and then probably Vince is like number 2 and stuff. I can just do a bunch. Like, I just do.
I think Vince's is up there with me too as well. Like, you're fired. It's me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin.
Yeah, Vince is like easy. You just gotta raspy up your voice and stuff like that. It just depends on the wrestlers, to be honest. But so is it my turn for number 5?
Well, Ross, do you impersonate? Do you do any impersonation? Well, I'm pretty sure you do. But like, do you have anybody that you're like?
I mean, yeah, like maybe Vince or Macho Man, Randy Savage. Jim Ross. I mean, he's not, you know, he's a commentator, not a wrestler.
Well, I mean, that's still part of wrestling. Like, God Almighty. Actually, when I first got into the call with Chase before you got into Ross, I said, "Good God Almighty." Like, that was my first. I was like, "Good God Almighty, good God Almighty."
You may be broken in half.
Yeah. So I mean, fun stuff. All right, but yeah, coming in at number 5 for me was impersonation. So we're going to be moving on to Chase here. Chase, what is your number 5?
Number 5, funny enough, it's the same one as yours. Quoting / impersonating professional wrestlers.
Wow,
so like
another double.
It's just the same thing. It's pretty much like you do it. If you hear a catchphrase you like and you use the wrestlers, you don't say it in your, like, you don't go up and do the AJ Styles, "I'm the champ that runs the camp," just in your normal voice. That sounds so stupid. You do it in the AJ Styles voice. With Randy Orton, "It's destiny." You use the Randy Orton voice, like The Undertaker, "Rest in peace." face.
Or you say
I mean,
or you say Shinsuke Nakamura, like
Nakamura.
like how Chase says it. So
Yeah, I am Shinsuke Nakamura, and you can call me Mr. Money in the Bank. Yeah, no, it's just like everyone can do a impersonation of wrestling. I do a bunch of impersonations. Some of them are good, some of them are over exaggerated. Doesn't matter. Shinsuke's another probably good one of mine too.
yeah, that's pretty solid.
I don't know. I think I could do. I could do. What does Asuka say again? Like, okay, this face, me, ha, Ember Moon. That's what she said.
Oh man. So I mean,
So,
nothing. I mean, we already went over that. You know, we're both at number 5. That's the first time ever in the top 10 where we had a double the same number.
It did, like, because I put this on this list. Like, it used to be higher because like the Jay Lethal impersonation of Ric Flair originally was just like Ric Flair's woo was like the main thing because everyone does that. Everyone goes woo. But then I kind of felt like that's more of like an impersonation because people are trying to impersonate how Ric Flair does the woo and stuff like that. So I was thinking of like it's more like quoting / impersonating wrestlers and stuff. That's why it ended up originally though it was just Ric Flair's woo, but then it kind of got grouped together in one stage. So yeah, it's just pretty much like everything, anything you do, any quotes you say, anytime you try to quote a wrestler's catchphrase, you don't use like the wrestler, you don't use your normal voice. Like I said. Like Batista, you're supposed to be my friend. You don't use like your normal voice to say that. You use Batista's over exaggerated screaming voice and stuff like that. I had
surgery 5 times in my knee. Sometimes it's in somebody's despair too, which is fucking great. So
yeah, no, like the wrestling impersonations are great. Like they're very healthy. It's fun. There's many wrestlers who actually do them too. I believe D.H. Smith, British Bulldogs kid, he does like a lot of wrestling impressions. Luke Gallows of the Club, he does a lot of wrestling impersonations. Same with Carl.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, Adam Cole's very good. And then Ryback does impressions as well. So yeah, the big guy here. Listen to the Big Bot podcast. John Cena, he really needs to understand that. He needs to put people over, and he didn't put me over, and that's why the big guy is not really anywhere in WWE right now.
So
that's right,
impersonations from myself and Chase come in at number 5. Ross, I don't suspect this to be at your number 5. This would be fucking amazing. But what would be your number 5?
No, it's not my number 5. But my number 5 is from a wrestler that you can't see.
Oh my god, I was waiting for it. The John Cena, you can't see me. I mean, everybody does it too. I mean, like like baseball players and yeah. That's a very casual thing.
Like one of my managers, she does the "you can't see me" and she doesn't know what's from. I'm like, do you know where this is from? And she's like, no. And then she will walk away. And I don't even tell her. Like she wants to know, but I don't tell her.
Like I did that once just to be funny, and they're like, well, you got something on your face? Like, is there a fly near you? I'm like, oh no, it's I'll talk to you later, and just walk away. Yeah. So. But yeah, you can't see me. Okay, all right. So yeah, we all done before, even though if we. Like or dislike Cena, I'm pretty sure we said it or we at least done it. Okay, all right. Well, that is a very, very good one for number 5 for Ross here. Wrapping up, number 5 for myself and Chase is impersonations of other wrestlers, quoting wrestlers, wherever you want to call it. Number 5 for Ross is the John Cena, "You can't see me." All right, moving on to our top 4 for us here. And coming in at number 4 for me here is something that not even non-wrestling fans don't do. Okay? This is something that is in, American pop culture. This is something that, every time when you see this guy, you just can't help but do it. and that is, let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna show my guns with the 24-inch pythons, brother. Hulk Hogan flexing, and I'll do the ripping of the t-shirt too, as number 4. Come on, we all try to rip our t-shirts, when we were kids. We all try to rip our t-shirts as adults. We all tried it. We all do the flexing and just everything that Hulk Hogan does. I mean, this is something you don't even have to be a wrestling fan to do that. You really don't. You just know who does it, who's the guy that made it popular, and it's just something that's gonna be around for forever. It's just gonna be around forever. 300 years from now, when fucking WrestleMania, 350. When they're gonna have fucking WrestleMania on the fucking moon. Fucking Paul Levesque the 20th. They're gonna be headline WrestleMania. For the 20th time, and they're gonna go after the WWE Championship for the 50th time. That people are gonna remember the Hulk Hogan flexing. So, for forever. So that comes in at number 4 for me. Chase, what's your number 4 here on the top 10? We all do as wrestling fans.
If you didn't do this when you first turned 21 and you had 2 beers in your hand and you did not try to recreate a Stone Cold beer bash, fuck you. Because that was the first thing I did as a 21-year-old black man, and I'm not afraid to admit it. The Stone Cold beer bash is one of the funnest things, especially too when you and your friend are just wasted and the party's over and you just have 2 beers left and you just smack them together and you just down them because you're trying to finish off the rest of the beer to show you're not a punk. It's a safe method. You don't even have to drink the beer. You can just bash it and then pretend and have the beer fall on your face if you would like.
It makes it look very cool because they're making like, man, this guy's drinking beer like that. But you can drink about half the fucking can instead of the full can by doing something like that.
It's just something cool, like especially when it's like a mellow mood at the party, and like you want to be the one to actually start the party up. Like people are just being too mellow. You just grab a beer, you do a Stone Cold impression. People are kind of laughing because some people may get it, some people may not. You just like start saying, "You want 1 beer? What? 2 beers? What? 3, 4 shot of tequila? What?" And then you just start having a good old time, and then you just get on the top of a table, you do a beer bash, and then people are either laughing or just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And you just have a beer bash. But at the end of the day, you're having a good time. And that's all that matters. But the Stone Cold beer bash, the reason why I wanted to put it lower on this list, but my love for doing this is just too high. It's just so hard for people to do it. And even when you're not a kid, even if you're not an adult, you can't tell me you weren't a little kid when Stone Cold was the hottest scene and you grabbed 2 fucking sodas and did the goddamn beer bash, man.
Try to do it with 2 water bottles or something, yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell me you did not do the, and then, you pretend you were Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people with wrestling videos here on YouTube of them pretending they're Stone Cold. It's just a cool thing to do, man. It's just a great thing. So, Stone Cold beer bash at number 4.
Whoa, the fucking... great. Ross, have you ever tried to do a beer bash before?
Not with beer, because I don't really drink beer, but with a soda or water or something.
Sorry. Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. So the Stone Cold beer bash for Chase comes in at number 4. Ross, moving on to you, brother. What is your number 4 here on our countdown?
Chase and I must be
here we go.
thinking along the same lines. We did it earlier with the Orton thing. Now another something related to Stone Cold. It's not the beer bash, but it's the double middle finger.
Oh, wow.
Figure that out, Justin.
No, you're good. You're good. This is not PG, so you're good.
All right, yeah. I mean, as a kid, growing up watching Austin, you knew you weren't supposed to do it, but you just did it anyway.
Yeah, fucking awesome. The Stone Cold middle finger. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely right there as well. Using the middle finger. And I was fucking 8 years old doing the fucking middle finger, but hey, it was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun to do. I mean, it was no harm intended. For that. I didn't do it in school unless it was somebody I actually hate. So yeah. Well, what about you, Chase? You know, I know Chase. I know Chase has done it like more than enough times. So.
Yes, no, I've done it a lot. Like even with my friends, we will have flip off contests. So because Stone Cold too, he had like unique ones where he would like wind it up and then flip them off and stuff. So even just doing middle finger contests, like you can just do this and like stuff like that. And so yeah, no, I've done it plenty of times. Like flipping off people is fun.
All right, so simple but effective for Ross here again at number 5 with the Stone Cold, number 4, I'm sorry, with the Stone Cold middle finger. So number 4 for me was the Hulk Hogan flexing brother. Number 4 for Chase was the Stone Cold beer bash, and number 4 for Ross is the Stone Cold middle finger. So we all have something from Stone Cold here on this list, so which is pretty cool. But let's move on to our top 3. The top 3, and number 3 for me is something that we hear at every single wrestling show, every single week on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, every show. Even you don't even have to be in WWE. It's just something that's done in wrestling. Like the What Chant, fans want to get interactive. They want to get interactive with the show, you know, with the wrestlers in the ring. And every time when somebody does this maneuver, they cannot help to do woo!
Woo!
Woo! The Ric Flair root. Now, not because when someone's doing a chop, just overall, like, woo! Or, you know, or any woo. You know, when Ric Flair, you know, when he's all like, you know, kid stealing, woo! Willie Dillon, son of a gun!
Woo!
You know what I mean? Just anytime, you know, when Ric Flair used to do the woo, you know, women used to just, you know, cream their pants, you know what I mean, and, you know, cream their panties, you know what I mean, when Ric Flair used to do the woo. My aunt, who doesn't watch anything with sports, who doesn't even, like, you know, because we're in San Antonio, Texas, where I live at, she doesn't even watch the Spurs. She doesn't even like the Spurs. She doesn't even watch football. She doesn't even know the Dallas Cowboys. She knows the Ric Flair woo, though, which is surprising. I'm like, you know the Ric Flair woo, but whatever, you know what I mean? But everybody knows the Ric Flair woo, you know what I mean? And it's infectious. So kind of like the yes chant, you know, kind of like the what chants. It's very infectious. So
yeah, like the first thing you do when you walk into arenas, I can't tell you how many times I've been to a wrestling event. I'm not even situated or sitting down, and the first thing I hear is a freaking someone woo throughout the whole goddamn arena, and it just starts, man.
Yep, that's for damn sure. Yeah, they were doing all woos, you know, at the NXT Takeover San Antonio. Yeah, like I was thinking, like, what is there? Ric Flair? Is there Charlotte? Like, you know what I mean? Because you know, like some NXT talent, they're like there or whatever, you know, watching the matches and whatnot. I was like, where the fuck's Charlotte at? You know what I mean? Where's Ric Flair? But no, it's just fans being fans. But yeah, Ric Flair woo for me comes in at number 3. Moving back to Chase here. Chase, we're into your top 3. We're at the cream of the crop. Well, I did Vince and Macho Man at the same time for some reason, but what is your number 3 here on top 10? Number 10. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
My number 3 is something that you had earlier on your list. My number 3 is singing wrestling themes loud in public.
Mm-hmm.
You just they're so easy to remember. If you haven't even, like, I don't care. If you're a wrestling fan and you haven't seen a wrestling fan while you're bored at work, you're lying to yourself, because I do it all the time. I'll use John Cena's theme because everyone knows that theme. You can't see me. My time is now. It's a franchise. Boy, I'm shining now. Like, you just sing them. And they're easy to sing. There's a lot of wrestling fans. Like, I can't tell you how many times I hummed a Shield theme. Well, now the Roman Reigns theme, but, you know, the Seth Rollins theme. Like, you just sing them. You just don't care. You don't care if people are judging you for them. Like, Triple H has a great theme that you can sing, the time to play the game. Like, you know, like so many good theme songs and stuff like that. So definitely singing wrestling theme songs. Like, if you don't at least memorize, even like just saying the wrestling theme song, like, on this day, I can see clearly, it's so real to me. everything has come to life. Like, I'm not gonna sing that shit. That's a terrible worst song of all time.
Yeah. Chase is our residential edge hater here. So
yes.
but yeah, listen to wrestlers.
If Justin never has me for the top 10 overrated wrestlers list, you know who's number one. It's not even like
that may be next countdown. Thank you, Chase, for the idea.
You know who's number one. I'm spoiling it for you guys now. Don't waste your time. You'll know who my number one is. It's not even close.
But yeah, for sure. You know, just to rehash on wrestling themes, I'm like, you know, every time when I get out the shower. You know what I mean? I don't really do, like, the Triple H, like, sometimes I do the Triple H standing there, like how he comes out to the ring as well, like, when he's looking down and shit. I do that, but I do the Masturbation Celebration, like, when I get out the shower, because I feel refreshed, I want to get the day started, I just go, ah! Masturbation Celebration, man.
And then another thing, too, it's not also just wrestling themes, it's also, like, pay-per-view themes, like, because there's a lot of good pay-per-view themes that you can, like, I'm telling you, if you guys do not know Fozzy Enemy, like, you're my enemy. All that we had has gone away.
I think the new Fozzy one from NXT Takeover, that one's gonna be around for a while. I'm gonna come, baby. I'm gonna come, baby.
I honestly, like, I didn't even know that Pitbull and Flow Rider song came out like a year ago. The "Give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go. We gotta go." I didn't even know that came out like a year ago. I started hearing it like for WrestleMania season. At first, that's what wrestling does too. It'll make me hate. Like, I'll be like, "This is such a shitty theme song," but then like I'm like jamming to it because I hear it so much.
Yeah,
I'm just
that and one I definitely remember for a shitty pay-per-view. It was like my second worst pay-per-view in 2011. Over the Limit. Help is on the way.
Help is on the way.
Great theme song for a horrible pay-per-view. So. Russell, what about you? I mean, I know we covered this earlier with the wrestlers like actual theme songs, but like, what about like pay-per-view themes and like other themes? Anything you can think of? Nothing's ringing the bell.
I can't think of anything, but I do. You know, there are some songs.
Yeah, WrestleMania 17 theme. I use and I sing. You know,
I'll come out.
Yeah, like even like theme songs to like fucking like actual shows itself. Like to me, WCW Nitro theme. That's always gonna be there. Yeah, that's always gonna be special for me. And you know, just a lot of great wrestling theme songs. You know, great. But that comes in at number 3 for Chase. We can talk about that all fucking day if we want to. So that may be another that may be another countdown. Like
top 10 pay-per-view theme songs.
Top 10 pay-per-view theme songs.
That'd be cool.
Top 10 wrestlers themes. Top 10 themes from shows themselves. So we can, that'll be great. Yeah.
Oh, Nickelback.
My shoes.
Let's get it on, move to the music. Yeah.
We can do that all night long with this. But that comes in at number 3 here for Chase. Come in for Ross. What is your number 3 here on top 10 things we all do as wrestling fans?
My number 3, and we probably did this more so as kids, but we still kind of do it every now and then, I'm sure. And that's just mimicking wrestlers' moves. Whether it be the rock bottom, the stone cold stunner, the sharpshooter, everyone's done the sharpshooter on somebody. Ankle lock, like any move, like just whether it's with your friends or a random stranger, like at WrestleMania, like you'll just mimic wrestling moves. I mean, I'm sure people have done it in like a real fight. They'll just bust out a wrestling move.
I'm gonna give you a GTS.
I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead fucking serious. Like one time when I saw a fight, someone did try to do a Stone Cold Stunner, and then like it looked. I mean, I remember like they were fighting something at the party. The dude pushes the other dude and literally kicks him in the gut, and then he tried to grab his head, and then like the other dude like started punching his chest, so like he didn't get to finish it. But I was like, did he just try to do the Stone Cold Stunner? I couldn't believe it. I was like, did he try to do
if anything taught me well, is to go for a stunner in situations like this.
Yeah,
Like a shoot wise. I think the Hogan leg drop in an actual fight would be fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's why Hogan did it. Everyone makes fun of it. Everyone's like, "Oh, our leg drop would end the fight." Well, fuck you in a shoot.
Yeah,
Hogan.
a shoot will fucking be amazing.
Yeah, like that's your fucking calf going down someone's throat. I hope it hurts.
Yeah. But Ross with number 3 here, mimicking wrestlers' moves. That's it's fucking awesome. So comes in at number 3 for Ross. But wrapping up our number 3 here is the Ric Flair Woo. Listed wrestlers' theme songs with Chase, and then with Ross is mimicking other wrestlers' moves. So we're into the final 2. The final 2 for me can be either, it can switch back and forth. I mean, it could be either or. I mean, it can be either or. But coming in at number 2 for me is something that got me into trouble more times than necessary when I was at school. This was infectious. This was something that we didn't know it was bad. We didn't know it was bad. I mean, I was fucking, 9 years old doing this, thinking like, hell, I'm gonna be, I'm the coolest kid in class, and and again, this is where everybody fucking watched wrestling back in the day. It was the DX crotch chop. Suck it. Everyone does the fucking crotch chop. I remember a fucking ESPN bowling commercial where one of the bowlers at the end of the commercial did a DX crotch chop at the end. Like, I was like, okay, if a random bowler, used to do the, DX crotch chop, you know that everybody knows it. He used to do, I think it was Russ fan too, because he used to do the fucking RVD thumbs as well. That's one that could be on this list as well, but that's definitely an honorable mention for me. I used to do the RVD. Oh, I used to do that all the fucking time. Rob Van Dam. Oh, that used to be so fucking infectious to do. But yeah, back to the DX crotch chop. Come on, guys. Like everybody used to do. I used to do the X-Pac version. We used to jump and do the fucking crotch chop. I used to do, just the crotch chop and humping at the same time. Oh my god, I used to be a fucking dirty motherfucker when I was a kid doing this here. And funny story here. I don't think I ever told you guys this story either. I think it was about 9 or 10 around there. I mean, I was still in elementary school, like 4th, 5th grade or around there. And I was leaving school, right? And pretty much I was walking home. And I ran into some form of adult, like some adult. And I was talking to one of my friends. I said something to my friend. I didn't say like a cuss word or anything, but a guy was like, he was like outside of his house. He was like, what'd you say? I didn't say anything. He was in his car though. He was about to leave, and I did. He got me so mad. I did the DX cross chop. He turned his car around and came around. And he was like, what the fuck is that? I ain't sucking any dick. I'm not gonna suck any dick. It was like, I don't know. He was like, I ain't sucking any dick. So yeah, I basically got in trouble, and he followed me home and told my dad, and my dad was all like, well, I mean, whatever. My dad didn't do shit about it, but that's just a funny story though. But that comes in at number 2 for me, the DX crotch chop. What got me into fucking trouble one day back in fucking 1998. Chase, what is your number 2 here? As
number 2. Number 2, I do it on a daily basis. I don't care. I got in trouble in school just for doing his catchphrases, The Rock's catchphrase list. Anything. If you smell it, The Rock is cookie, you're a jabroni, know your role, shut your mouth, just bring it. I'm going to take you down to SmackDown Hotel on Know Your Role Boulevard and Jabroni Lane and stuff like that. Just anything with The Rock. Going to turn this bitch sideways, stick it straight up your candy ass. Like, oh, if my coworkers ever came on here, they could tell you when we're cleaning theaters, I'll give them the Rock SmackDown Hotel promo. I do the SmackDown Hotel promo. I quote the Rock's Toronto promo: "Strong as a buck, the biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck." I mean, the Rock just has all these catchphrases, and plus two, like every other month, because I work in a movie theater, every other month a new Rock movie comes out. So it's just kind of like I can use his catchphrases easily. So it's just kind of like, finally, The Rock has come back. It's just so easy to use The Rock's catchphrases, man. So that's my number 2, man. It's just like, they're so infectious too, because people can be like, can you go like, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, it's just like, what is The Rock cooking? And it leads to a philosophical discussion of what The Rock's cooking. And the funny thing was, same with you, I didn't know what poutine pie was. Like, so, I remember in the 2nd grade, and this wasn't a woman teacher. It was a male teacher. He asked me what I wanted because like I got like 100% on 3 spelling bees in a row.
Oh no!
And so,
this is not going well.
When you get 300% on spelling bees, the teacher would go out and get you what you wanted, like for food. Now you had like a $15 limit, but you can get whatever you want. And so I said I wanted poutine pie.
Oh my god!
I didn't know what poutine pie was. I just thought it was pie. And I knew pie at the grocery store because I remember I was confident that I got 100%. I told my dad, hey, can we go to the grocery store before school? And he's like, why? What do you want from there? I'm like, I just want to see how much pies cost. And he's like, why? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to ask my teacher for a pie because I'm going to get 100% on my spelling bee. So my dad took me there. I saw that pies were $10. And keep in mind, I'm in 2nd grade. It's not like I'm looking for fucking flavors. I'm just looking for the price. I freaking run my little ass over to the pie section, check, run back to my dad's big old truck, and then I drive to school. And then Mr. Kinchy goes and asks me what I want. And I said I want a poutine pie. And then
oh my god!
Yeah. Have to talk to me about that for sure, but I didn't know. I thought it was actual pie, man. So yeah, like poutine pie has got me in trouble so many times.
Poutine pie, the Rock catchphrases, unbelievable. The Rock catchphrases comes in at number 2 for Chase, man. That is fucking that is hash mark tremendous. That's fucking amazing. Ross, I don't know. You gotta follow that one, man. You gotta follow our stories. Yeah. With that crush up story, the poutine pie story. What kind of stories are you gonna have? Any stories at number 2? What is your number 2 here? For,
I don't know. I need to think of a story. My number 2 is Chase. I think had it earlier, and that is the Click.
The Too Sweet.
Woo! Everybody does it.
That's a double. That's definitely a double here. All right. The Too Sweet. Too Sweet! Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. NWO, Bullet Club.
Not everybody wants to do like the, when the ref does the pin. 1, 2, sweet!
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's terrible. Just leave it at 2. Don't do this sweet crap. No. Like, the funny thing was at work, Ross doesn't have a story, with the Too Sweet, I don't like Kenny Omega, but I saw this jobber wearing a Kenny Omega shirt, and I work at the bar, and so I totally went into, like, I love independent wrestling mode, so I'm like, and so before he gave me his drink, I'm like, before I give you this drink, you have to give me a Too Sweet, and he's like, oh, are you a big Kenny Omega fan? I'm like, oh, he's excellent. I love Kenny Omega. The Bucks of Youth are great too. I was just trying to work a tip. I don't care, but I was just trying to work a tip because it's like, dude, I gotta get money somehow, man. If some wrestling dweeb wants to tip me for stuff, then go right ahead. I'll act smarky for them. I don't care.
All right, so Ross coming in with the Too Sweet at number 2. Nope. Was that something that you planned? Did you plan for number 2, Ross?
I didn't plan it, but it should be number 2.
Definitely number 2. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Alrighty, so so wrapping up our number 2s here. Number 2 for me was DX Crotch Chop. I ain't sucking any dick. Number 2 for Chase is the Rock catchphrases to Poutine Pie, and number 2 for Ross is the Too Sweet at number 2. And coming in at number 1 for me is something that We all, fuck it. It's the Too Sweet. It's the Too Sweet at number 1. I can't build it up. I can't build it up. This is our first triple here. Everyone does the Too Sweet. I want to say the For Life as well. Maybe that's probably not as much now.
I think the fans say For Life more than actually do the post before Life. I think fans confused.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know the For Life anymore unless you were around back then. But yeah, the Too Sweet, guys. Like, everybody does the Too Sweet, you know. It's, you know, it's infectious, you know, and I do it all the time as well. Like I said, you know, Chase at work, you know, how he has his friends at work, you know, having your own clique or whatnot. You know, I do it with people as well. Like, you know, I do with some of my coworkers. They're like, hey, Ray, have a good day. Give me a Too Sweet, man. Boom, give me a Too Sweet. And, you know, it's just something that we do. But yeah, I can't really follow up more than what, you know, what Chase has already said about it, what Ross has already said about it. But the Too Sweet is gonna be here at number 1 for your boy. All right, so Chase, you had a hell of a countdown from Broken Matt Hardy impersonations to Yes Chance to Triple H water spits to Stone Cold beer bashes and Poontang Pie. What is your number 1 here on the top 10 things that all wrestling fans do? What's your number 1, brother?
I thought we were going to share this number 1 because, Justin, you and I have talked about this many of times. My number 1 is using insider terms, acting like you know the business. The thing is like, I don't care if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, you use the insider terms like you are part of the business. That guy's a mark. He's a jabroni. He's a jobber. Like, he's a babyface. He's a heel. Like, when you're watching the TV show, explaining stuff in wrestling, when you watch Jurassic Park, that T-Rex just turned babyface. Don't say he turned good. Babyface and stuff like that. Or like, man, what a heel that guy is, or whatever. He's like number 1 heel. And the funny thing is, I'll use these terms, and some people get them. Some people understand what a heel is when I say, oh, he's like the best heel or something like that. Using insider terms like in just normal conversation and stuff like that. What a mark.
I am a fucking guilty as charged for this, man. Because I tell... You know, I tell, you know, a lot of people, like, I force people to use insider terms, you know, with me, basically, whenever, like, someone's out of character for The Walking Dead, like, Walking Dead or whatnot, and, like, because we watch TV at work as well, because we have TVs all around, and, when someone's, like from The Walking Dead, for example, is talking all normal and shit, like the main character, Rick, like, he has, like, a British accent, I was like, oh, look at this guy breaking kayfabe over here, and they're like, what, breaking kayfabe, like, what is that, I'm like, well, he's not playing his role, kayfabe, I just keep saying it's a wrestling thing, it's, you know, it's wrestling.
Yeah, no, at work when I clock in, I'm like, well, time to go into kayfabe because you have to be super nice all the time at work. Yeah, so I'm going to kayfabe. Like, I have to go kayfabe. You know, I'll break kayfabe when I'm off the clock. Well, on the clock, I'm in kayfabe all the time. It's a shoot. Oh, I say it's a shoot all the time. Like, that's a shoot right there. Yeah. And like, some people don't get that. Like, I definitely use shoot, babyface, and heel. And mark a lot. Like, I'm marking out, I'm marking this and stuff like that. So yeah,
I say I'm marking out, like, just because if I get excited for something, like, I believe during my Call of Duty World War II reveal trailer, I did a live reaction to it. I believe I said I'm marking out right now because the trailer is so fucking great. Yeah, I mean, so I use it just just because. You know, it's part of my lingo. You know, when I talk.
Yeah, so using insider terms is definitely number 1 for me because I feel like if you're just like a wrestling fan in general, you just use them because you just like have talked to other wrestling fans or just talked to wrestlers inside the business or outside of the business. It doesn't matter. You just kind of use them because you just feel like it's casual, normal conversation. You just think like, oh, it's okay for me to say this guy's a babyface or sticking into kayfabe and stuff like that. You just think it's like normal words, even though some people are like, what the fuck is he saying? Because I definitely got where some people understand what I'm saying, or some people are just like, what the heck is a heel?
Yeah, and you know, and when someone, like, when I get a few people at my job and they say, oh, I'm a wrestling fan, I'm like, oh, yeah, we would just be talking like normal conversations, like, oh, who do you think is the best face right now, or who do you think is the best heel? Like, what does that mean? Yeah, I don't need to talk to you about wrestling ever again. Ross, what about you? I mean, ain't like normal conversation with insider terms or anything that you typically do?
Yeah, maybe like like watching a movie or something. Like, oh, that guy's like such a heel or something, or whatever, or a TV show, or like marking out, like things like that.
Yeah, like Negan's a fucking great heel, man. It's fucking awesome. Alright, so Chase coming in with a solid #1 insider terms. Oh my god, yes, that's pretty fucking good there. We're gonna be wrapping up our list here at Ross. What is your #1 here on our list?
My #1 was a repeat from somebody else, but I think, did everybody have this? I think maybe they did. I think yeah, I know Justin had it. So it's you just hear it at every wrestling show. Like you walk right in, there's barely anybody there, and you just hear like woo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the woo, like
the Ric Flair woo.
Yep, like everybody just like one person starts it, and then everybody else just follows along, like
A very infectious chant. Very
Yep.
infectious chant.
It is
And
infectious.
that is a double. Chase, I don't think you had it on. No, you didn't have the actual woo on there. Yeah, impersonations. It's kind of towing the line there, but yeah, but the actual woo.
It was originally just a Ric Flair woo, but I did lump it together
Yeah,
in
that was all the
impersonation.
impersonations, yeah. That's why I had it at my #5 as well, just like overall impersonations, because you can do a whole top 10 as far as like you know things, impersonations, in wrestling here. But I like the countdown, guys. Solid countdown, guys. That we had here. So that is our countdown list, guys. Leave your top 10 down below. Definitely want to hear what you guys are saying. What you thought about this top 10 video. Give me a too sweet in the comments. But let's wrap up our top 10 here. #10 for me was the Rocks People's eyebrow. #9 was the Mr. Perfect gum spit. #8 was the Triple H water spit. Oh, I have 2 spits in a row. Just now realized that. #7 was saying what. #6 is listening to wrestlers' themes. #5 is impersonations. #4 is the Hulk Hogan flexing. #3 is the Ric Flair woo. #2 is the DX crotch chop. And #1 is the Too Sweet. Chase, you want to run down your top 10 real quick?
Yeah, #10 for me is the Too Sweet. #9 is the delete. #8 is random RKOs out of nowhere. #7, yes. #6, the game water spit. #5 is impersonating pro wrestlers. #4 is a Stone Cold Beer Bash. #3 is singing wrestling themes loud in public. #2 is The Rock's catchphrases. And #1 is using insider terms.
Oh, that's a fucking solid list. And Ross, what is we'll go wrap up your top 10.
Okay, my #10 is walking around with championship belts.
Which is fucking amazing.
Yep. #9 is the Taker eye roll. #8 is the Randy Orton arrogant pose, whatever you want to call it. #7 is the Vince McMahon walk. #6 is the yes chants. #5 is the John Cena "You Can't See Me" taunt. #4 is the Stone Cold middle fingers. #3 is mimicking wrestling moves. 2 is the Too Sweet click gesture. And #1 is the Ric Flair. Woo!
All right, solid list. I mean, this is a good list. Everybody has something like out of the world different in there. Like me with the Mr. Perfect gum spit, like no one else was gonna get that. Chase with the Stone Cold Beer Bash, you know what I mean, and and the fucking Broken Matt Hardy impersonations, and Ross had a plethora of them. Undertaker eye roll, fans with title belts. Fucking, You Can't See Me. And,
Vince McMahon walk.
yeah, Vince McMahon walking, like, oh my god, man. I don't know how I didn't think about that. But can you guys think of anything else that we may have missed that you think would may be a possible honorable mention? I think we may have covered almost everything. Almost.
We said the RPG thing.
Yeah, the
That's a good.
RVD thing, yeah, I would probably say. I know one for me in particular, and this is something that a lot of people probably don't. I don't even know if this would be. I don't even know if this would be top 50, but just something that I remember when I was a kid, when fucking Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, we used to put his fist out, and he used to literally punch the people's hands in the crowd. Like he'll punch them. I'm like, oh my god, like that's a lawsuit right there. Someone's knuckle gets fucking busted. But yeah, that'll be for me.
Another like this is more like a Halloween theme, but I feel like wrestling fans do sometimes mimic the Undertaker's entrance and try to go as slow as they possibly can,
God, yeah.
just like doing that. I feel like when the Shield was cool, taking Shield pictures where you're doing the little Shield. I took a Shield picture with my friends where we did the Shield fist bump theme, you know. So
You know what? Unfortunately, another thing here is the fucking Roman Reigns cock fist. Like,
yeah, the cockpit people love that. They just do it.
just
My friend-
masturbating your arm for no fucking reason. I mean, yeah. Ross has the perfect cock fist pose. So yeah, look at
Yeah.
that. That's a man
I'm
right
gonna
there.
cock this fist up and make it rain on them. Believe that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's our top 10 list, guys. Again, let me know what you think about top 10 down below. You know, and once we do get more subscribers, I'm gonna actually put up Twitter polls that said, you know, who you like, who's top 10 list that you like better, just to get more interactive with you guys. I think that'll be pretty fun. For the channel here for this particular series here. But before I get out of here, be sure to go check out the Getting Over podcast. NXT, SmackDown, Raw reviews are all up live on the channel as well. Expect some video from me tomorrow. If there's some news out there, I'll be covering it. But there's going to be some form of video here. Also as well, I'm going to start next week working on the second episode of what else happened. I'm kind of in the works with it already. I have some ideas. I have a script I'm starting to put together for that show. So that is gonna be awesome. But any final words from you two, Chase and Ross? Anything else that you wanna plug? You wanna plug your Twitters and Skypes, or not Skypes? We really give us a fuck about Skype, right? Your Twitters and your Facebooks and YouTubes.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68 and YouTube.com/ChaseOliver. Until the next top 10 or next JD Venom video, I'll see you guys later.
Sure.
Or
Ross,
Venom Nation.
Yeah. JD Venom, of course, the other channel, but yeah. What about you, Ross? What you got?
Yep, Twitter, Gold Standard 000, and same with YouTube. So, yep.
All right, coolio. I'll be sure to put their links down below. I need to go put their links in the other video as well because I'm an asshole. I forget about shit like that, but I'll be sure to do that right now. But guys, that is it for me. You guys know what to do. Please rate, subscribe, drop a comment, follow me on Twitter, and like the Facebook page where both those links are down below, along with these two fine gentlemen's social medias and YouTube channels. But until then, I will see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Peace out.